Hey, what's up guys, it's SirTagCR, and today we're back again with one of the best Firecracker bait decks in Clash Royale right now. So many people are starting to run arrows to counter the Firecracker, so we have to have a lot of other bait in our decks, so then the Firecracker is not the only thing baiting out their spells. In this deck, we have the Bats, the Firecracker, the Goblin Gang, the Skeleton Barrel, and the Inferno Dragon for a ton of bait. We do not have a small spell in this deck, instead we have Fireball to combat the massive amount of magic archers in the meta, and it also allows us to finish off games a lot quicker. But if you guys wanted to use another spell instead of Fireball, I would encourage you to use arrows to counter all of the Firecrackers in the meta. This is one of the best Mega Knight decks right now, so let's go jump straight to some games and assert some dominance with the new Firecracker. And if you guys want to support me in-game, my creator code is SirTag. By using creator code SirTag, I get a percentage of all money spent in the shop at no extra cost to you. It allows me to spend more time on my videos, and I really appreciate it.
Go for a Skeleton Barrel here. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's good. He's going to go for a log. That's what we love to see, guys. If they cycle a log at the start, like a lot of people cycle small spells, and you go for a Skeleton Barrel, that is the best possible interaction in the world. So unfortunately, he does have double small spell. He's got log, and he's got zap, and he's got a fast cycle with Ice Spirit. So how are we going to work through this? What do we want to do? What I think is, I want a miner here. I'm going to miner in the back, since the bat will take the first bit, and then maybe the miner takes the second bit. Oh my gosh, we can Fireball, kill the Musketeer, and also allow the Inferno Dragon to wreak havoc on the tower now. So the Musketeer would have survived at a remnants of HP. The miner never really kills it unless you zap. So it's a bit unfortunate that I was forced to Fireball that, but we're in the damage lead right now. And I feel like I'm in a really good situation. We know he's back to log, so I want a Skeleton Barrel here, and I don't want to go in for a Goblin Gang because he could just log my tower. Okay, so giant double spell. Well, probably triple spell, right? So we saw quite a bit of spells from him already. It would not surprise me to see a Fireball or a Lightning from him as well. Or somehow an Arrows. Okay, yep, there's the Fireball as anticipated. He might go in for a log if we go in for a Goblin Gang, so I don't really want to do that right now. I want a Mega Knight instead. If we can Mega Knight and go and kill the Musketeer, that'd be ideal. So we just want to kill that Musketeer as quickly as possible. I don't think the Inferno Dragon's going to survive, but it's fine. So at this point, we know that he's going to drop, Mini P.E.K.K.A. And I don't think he's got Dark Prince just because he's got the Ice Spirit variation. Usually they're going to have like Dark Prince plus Prince or Royal Ghost plus Mini P.E.K.K.A. or something like that. But this man is just going to opt for the avenue of a fast cycle with Ice Spirit, Mini P.E.K.K.A. and high damage per second with a Musketeer. So we're going to go for a Skeleton Barrel. Again, guys, I don't really want to go and drop all my units in the same lane, so I'm going to split it up. I'm going to go for a miner on the left-hand side, bait out the log there, and then bait out the zap on the other side. So now we know for a fact that this guy is not going to have an answer to the wall breaker, or not the wall breaker, the Firecracker. So we can go and handily drop that here, and then Mega Knight as soon as possible, so then the Musketeer does not lock onto our Inferno Dragon. So he's going to Fireball. That's a bad elixir investment in my opinion, and I can go for a Fireball on top of his Mega Minion and his Musketeer to kill it quite quickly. Then I can go for a miner. So the way I want to play this yet again is I want to make sure that I'm divvying up all of my support cards. So maybe we can bait out a log with a Goblin Gang, and if not, then well, we're going to get a lot of damage with it. So he's kind of forced to. He's going to go drop his Musketeer on defense, and then our bats are going to be able to destroy the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and also the Mega Minion. So we're in a really good spot. I can Firecracker on the left, and we're making sure that we do a lot of split pushes against people that have the potential of logging everything or zapping or fireballing everything. It's just got too many answers to us for us to not do this. So I want to go in for a Goblin Gang in the middle, so then we divide everything up so he's not able to log the Skeleton Barrel and the Goblin Gang. Took him a lot of time to decide what he wanted to do. So I'm going to go in for a Mega Knight yet again, so the Inferno Dragon does not get destroyed by the Musketeer. I'm always making sure that I have a tank for it. And then we go in for a Skeleton Barrel and Miner. We're going to have the Skeleton Barrel tank for the Miner so we can get even more damage here. And then we're going to go in for a Goblin Gang in the middle. So I think he might log that, so I just want a Firecracker in case. And look at the Skeleton Barrel just doing so much damage. Yeah, so he was really committed on offense, and he wasn't allowed to be that committed on offense because we were able to get so much value. Just because, well, he had to pick. What does he want to do? What do you want to do? Defend your tower, or do you want to play really aggressive here? He decided to try to do both at the same time, and he failed miserably on both ends. GG, well played, and peace out. That's why it's really important, even if you have more damage on the right, still go for the left-hand side. Divide up your opponent's resources, and make sure that they never have Elixir to concentrate it all in the same lane. Otherwise, you're just going to be running into triple spell giant, and they're going to have too much spell removal for you to ever properly defend. All right, here we go. Let's go in for a Skeleton Barrel and open up the game with that. This man is not dropping anything at all, and then he goes in in for an Ice Wizard. So this is going to be a control deck, whether it's going to be an Expo deck, a Graveyard deck, or a Royal Giant deck, I have yet to see. So I definitely want to go in for bats here to kill that so it doesn't get 2 hits on our tower. You guys did not know Barb Barrel does get 2 hits, so we cannot allow that to connect. I think that it's going to be Graveyard as soon as we see a Knight. Usually when they're running like Expo, it's going to be Ice Golem, and if they're running anything other than that, they're probably not really running Knight. So let's go in for a Skeleton Barrel here. I'm going to go on the left-hand side. And I don't want to do anything besides going for Inferno Dragon on top of the Baby Dragon. So we can get our Firecracker knocked back, then have the Inferno Dragon be the priority from his Baby Dragon. And he could activate King Tower here. We'll wait and see what he does. He decides to go in for Barb Barrels like that. That's really good for me because now I can go in for an offensive Goblin Gang and apply aggression with the Goblin Gang. Make sure that he maybe just goes in for a Tornado. I was hoping that he would and do it. So I could Bats on top of this Knight. And the Knight just dies, and then I get counter push with the Miner. So this is bad for him. He can't do that. Playing aggressive with a Graveyard in a situation where you are going to be down a lot of Elixir, it's difficult for him to ever defend this now. Because the Mega Knight plus the Inferno Dragon counter push, when he doesn't have great ways of distracting, it's going to be so inherently difficult. He's not going to have the Knight, so he's going to have to go for a Bomb Tower. And then he's going to go in for... I would expect like a Barb Barrel, but then when he doesn't have Barb Barrel in cycle, we can go for a Skeleton Barrel and Goblin Gang on the other side, and this could be really, really nice for me. So I'm going to go for Goblin Gang now. Inferno Dragon is still alive on the left-hand side, so that's going to lock onto the tower, and because we made him drop his Ice Wizard there, then we just basically take his entire tower with Inferno Dragon. So this is how this deck operates. Even though we're against Graveyard and Graveyard thrives against us in double Elixir, if I apply a lot of aggression and get counter push in a spot where it all stemmed from him going for one bad Graveyard, then I was able to make counter pushes that eventually whittled him down. So I got the card cycle that I wanted, not from the original counter push of on the left-hand side, but I got it on the right-hand side through him making a couple misplays. So if you guys noticed, it was not the first play. It was like 3 or 4 steps that allowed me to win that. And I'm able to go for a Miner here, so the Miner is going to be tanking for everything, and the Mega Knight is not going to jump on the tower, unfortunately, but I'm just going to keep doing dual lane aggression just because it's very difficult to break through on one side. And if I do dual lane aggression, well, it's going to be hard for him to ever do anything. Another thing that I love doing, if you guys noticed, I love dropping my Bats on top of his spam at the river. Because, well, if you think about it, if he's dropping a Knight, then it's very difficult for him to afford Knight, Graveyard, Poison, and then a Baby Dragon or Tornado to kill the Bats that are killing his tank for the Graveyard. So this guy's just going to go Giant in the back first play. Right out of the gate, this guy goes in blazing hot with a Giant. No cares in the world. We're going to go Miner in front in case he's got a small spell in Tornado. I really don't want to have him activate King Tower here. He's going to have Zap. So this guy is going to have a Zap and a Firecracker deck. Very interesting, sir. I wonder what this will be. I can Fireball everything. And then the Firecracker dies. And I believe that we're going to be able to keep the Inferno Dragon long enough so it can kill the Giant. Obviously, I don't want the Mega Minion to get any damage on us, so we drop our Goblin Gang. We'll see what we can accomplish here. I think against a Poison Zap Giant deck with Firecracker, we do have the advantage if we have our Mega Knight in cycle. So that's what I'm hoping for. Remember, he zaps earlier, right? So he's going to have to zap these Bats. And then if he zaps the Bats, then he's not going to have an answer to the Skeleton Barrel. So I wonder what he'll do here. He's going to go and drop Dark Prince and then zap as soon as everything pops. But that is going to be so much damage on the Dark Prince that we don't even have to worry about it. Then we can go in for an Inferno Dragon. He doesn't have zap in cycle. That is a dead Giant for a nice positive 1 Elixir trade. And then we can also focus on top of the Firecracker with our Inferno Dragon. So it might even be a better positive Elixir trade than we anticipated. Or the Inferno Dragon doesn't actually kill it. But it's going to go walk in the other lane that it doesn't matter. So I don't even care here. I don't even want to activate King Tower because it's just going to die. Goodbye, sayonara. You got damage on a tower that doesn't matter because you have more damage on the left. So we can go for a Skeleton Barrel on the right again. And I believe he's going to zap that. Or Dark Prince. We'll see what he does. He's going to log. Oh, no. Why do we have this just, like, remarkable luck of picking up everyone that has triple spell Giant? I guess we're going to go for an Inferno Dragon again on top of the Giant. And we'll see if we trade towers. It looks like that's going to be the case. He's going to zap, though. Why would you do that? You're going to lose a tower anyway, sir. So it looks like we might even be able to apply a lot of aggression towards the 3 in this situation. He's going to go in for a Poison right on top of our Firecracker and on top of our Inferno Dragon. So the Firecracker does die. So that looked like it was a bad Poison, but it actually was pretty okay because he was able to kill the Firecracker. I don't think I'm able to defend here just because, well, If you think about it, guys, he's got triple spell. So we'll see if we can. I'm going to go for Inferno Dragon. He'll most certainly zap it. He's going to have Mini P.E.K.K.A as well. What is this hard counter, dude? Oh my gosh. Mini P.E.K.K.A is not a card that I want to see ever. So the Firecracker will be able to probably kill our spam. I don't know if this is worth it or not. He's going to poison us, so that's unfortunate. I'm going to Bats here and keep the Firecracker alive a little bit longer. Poison comes down. He needs 8 seconds to cast it. It is coming down right now. Pretty well played on his end. I don't have to respond to the Firecracker, which is really good right now, as long as it doesn't go and target anything. The Mega Knight here. It's not targeting our units, which is stellar. I can go in for a Goblin Gang here. And I don't think he's going to log early, so that was good. Really, really good, because now he's no login cycle, so we can Bats. Go in for a Miner right on top of the Firecracker, hopefully, unless it just decides to shoot even further away. It does, but it should be targeting the Miner, and then he has to poison on defense against the Skeleton Barrel, which is not good for him. Dude, this game has been absolutely wild. I'm going to Fireball this, just because I think he might go in for a Giant. I don't want that to be counter-pushing on us. Goblin Gang off to the side, so the Dark Prince is not going to be able to give him much value. He's going to zap to retarget, but the Inferno Dragon is still has his priorities straight, going on top of the Giant. Very, very nice for me. I'm going to Mega Knight off to the side, so it goes on the left-hand side where we want a 3. I don't want a 3, so I want to go for that instead. I'm going to Firecracker here. That's here, Miner in the back, so then the Firecracker goes backward. He's probably going to drop something on top, so let's just preemptively Fireball. No, he poisons. Why would you? Okay, I thought he would go in for like a Dark Prince or something. That was weird. We're going to have to go in for a Mega Knight and apply aggression, because otherwise we just get Gianted and I think we lose, so let's keep it up, boys. Going for a Goblin Gang here. And maybe Miner. He's going to zap, and I think he might get overwhelmed. Yeah, he just logged nothing. What is he doing? What's happening here, dude? I think we got him. The Skeletons are going to get so much damage before the poison actually gives them value. And the Mega Knight gets a jump for joy. We defeated a Giant triple spell player for the 2nd time today. And man, does that feel good. We assert dominance all over this guy. Holy crap, this is really, really scary, because he had a lot more splash damage than the other dude. He had Dark Prince, and he also had Mini P.E.K.K.A for our Mega Knight. That was not a fun time, because he held the log, and I didn't know that he had that for a while. And Poison is admittedly better against all of our bait cards. Very glad that we were able to win that one. Please, Clash Royale, do not give me another Giant triple spell player, because I don't know if I can pull off 3 wins in a row against them. So we're going to go and sauce out Bats in the back just to open up the game and see what's up, see what this man has in store for us. If he doesn't drop anything, I want to go in for a Firecracker in the back and just hold my Goblin Gang for any bridge spam and my Mega Knight. So if he decides to go in for like a Ram Rider or Battle Ram, we got you covered, man. So he's going to poison the Firecracker, interestingly enough. Now the Ice Golem does not connect to the tower for a couple headbutts, because we got a little bit of chip damage with the Firecracker. I always want the Skeleton Barrel to decide to tank, and if that happens, then the Miner has way more HP, and we can get more damage. So the Skeletons are going to come through and give us a lot of value as well. I think that the Ice Golem is going to pop, and if that happens, then I think our best bet is just to go in for a Mega Knight right on top, because it's going to go kill the Ice Golem, and then the Bats will subsequently follow up behind the Mega Knight. And I think the Mega Knight jumps on the top of the tower. Oh, he had Ice Spirit. Wow. Ice Spirit with Bandit. That's really weird. I haven't seen something like this in a long time, my man. Interesting deck. In any event, it's better for us to just go for a Goblin Gang. He went for a log. He went for a preemptive log on top of the Goblin Gang, so he knew that we had to drop Goblin Gang, but he wasn't able to hit all of it because we waited. It's pretty okay for us. So again, we know that he has Bandit in cycle. We'll see if he drops it again, or yeah, he's dropping Bandit. So interesting. Then he's forced to poison because he dropped his log on offense, right? I think our best bet is to Miner on defense against the Bandit, just because we have a bad card cycle as well. Make sure it doesn't dash. So because he logged, we were able to apply a lot of aggression there and make some stuff happen that otherwise wouldn't have been possible. He went for a poison, so I assume he's down Elixir. So let's go in for Bats here as well. And then maybe we can get the Inferno Dragon captivated on that instead of the Mega Knight. And man, this is going so well. Wow, this game is going well. I think he just gave up. Yeah, he just logged down the middle. He's like, get me out of this game right now. So we're at 9 wins in a GC, and we just made this guy just rage quit. He doesn't want to play this game anymore. He's done. It's like, get me out of here, sir. And, well, we're going to snag this 3 crown, and we'll move on to the next game. We'll keep asserting dominance. This deck is really, really fun to play. Obviously, when we were able to make people rage quit, it makes me want to play this deck more and more. So we can just move on to more games really quickly and collect our pass Royale even faster. Let's go in for a miner to open up this game and see what's up. He's going to go for an Ice Golem. So when we see Ice Golem, we're automatically assuming it's going to be a control deck or a fast cycle aggressive deck with Balloon. So let's go in for the Firecracker in the back. And it's looking like it might be... I would expect this to be Expo, actually. Yeah, if we see Ice Golem with Ice Wizard, usually it's going to be Expo. And there it is, baby. So unfortunately for us, I think our Firecracker will just die. But we're going to be able to support our offensive endeavors with a Mega Knight. And it's going to go and cripple that Ice Wizard and also hit the Tesla. That's what I'm talking about, baby. So this is one of those decks that if you're able to just drop the Mega Knight at the river on top of all their spam with Expo, they're going to be incredibly sad. So we could activate King Tower, but does it really matter when they're running a Expo deck? I don't think so. Bats are phenomenal against Firecracker, if you guys didn't know. I could have also minored there as well, but we elected not to do so. I want to go in for Goblin Gang, but I want the Skeleton Barrel to tank, so then the Goblins are able to get more value. And then if he logs, then, well, guess what? He's not able to hit the Skeletons. So then the Skeletons pop. They do a ton of damage. Oh my gosh. Massive damage! Positive elixir trade, as OJ once said. I have studied assiduously in the teachings of OJ, and, well, it paid dividends for us, guys. We took the tower. I feel so bad for him. Wow. Yep, that's what we were talking about. If the Skeleton Barrel pops and you have Miner on the tower, then their ranged units retarget onto the Miner, and if there's splash damage like Baby Dragon, Ice Wizard, or Firecracker, they're going to be a very bad situation because, well, they can't actually defend when all of their measly damage per second units that are supposed to be like splash bait removal cards are focusing a healthy Miner, which has a high health points, and, well, you just win the game because your bait units do too much damage in the meanwhile. So, yeah, it was really great for us. We're able to get that Mega Knight to go and kill the Tesla. Then Inferno Dragon's going to lock onto the tower. And unfortunately, guys, if you didn't know, much like a Spear Goblin, the Firecracker does not get the last hit on the tower if it is damaged in any way at all. So that was a bit unfortunate. If he decides to go Expo, we just Mega Knight right on top. It looks like he's just dropping Teslas, and he doesn't know what to do with his life anymore. Man, I love this deck for applying aggression. It can make people rage quit so dang quickly just because as soon as they make one misplay, the counter push just takes their tower. And then if they're running a control deck, they can't find their way back in the game because they are supposed to control the flow of the game. They lose a tower, their counter push potential, their damaging is all supposed to be like gradual chip damage. They don't have one big push like Golem that they can make happen and take your tower. So a lot of these control decks in the meta automatically lose to this deck as soon as they make one misplay. It's one of the most punishing decks in Clash Royale right now.